Yodi ho ho ho, what's going on everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I have got a big and beautiful destination RV for you. This is the 2025 Puma 403 Loft. This thing is sitting at just shy of 43 feet, weighing 12,670 pounds dry. This is not a small camper, but this would be perfect for like that lake life, maybe replace like a cabin in the woods, or if you're at like a pretty long contract for, doing some work. This is a fantastic unit. And the nice thing about it is it fits for somebody that has kids, or you have the dual split loft, which would be great for, maybe like some seasonal items, some extra storage that you usually don't get in a lot of these campers. But again, it's the 2025 Puma 403 Loft. All of these specifications, including a link for the price, will be down in the description. If you guys find some value in this video, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button for daily RV content. And if you don't, if this is kind of a one-off thing, maybe just drop a comment, say what's up, and yeah, that would just help me out. It'd be a personal favor, I suppose. But let's go ahead and get on into it. We're going to start on the inside, work our way around the outside, and probably spend about 15-20 minutes or so with this thing. But I think here on the exterior, just right away, you got a ladder on the back. It is tall. It looks really nice, and Puma does a great job of really keeping the cost down a little bit lower. It's going to be considered kind of like that entry-level style brand. However, it's got a lot of really good features, and I think the decor looks fantastic. This is going to be the bedroom. You got a closet, washer, dryer right here. Loft heading up the stairs. You got a short loft on the right, big loft on the left, bathroom and control panels. But I want to start off in the living room because I think for this floor plan, it is the most important. By the way, this is a sliding glass door. There are some steps that are underneath the bed. I didn't set up just because they're a little bit on the heavy side, but you can walk in through that sliding door. But this is what you're looking at when you first walk in for the living room. And I think it just looks fantastic. For a camper that is going to be priced, where this is, in the grand scheme of things, I think this looks a lot better than most of its counterpart. Plus, it's also going to be a front kitchen setup, which is nice. So you're going to have a pretty good amount of countertop space, not an absolute ton, but a lot of really good countertop space. Residential appliances with the oven, which is going to be fantastic if you're doing some cooking. But look at that entertainment section. You got a pantry right here. Let me open up that, give you little magic fingers into the storage. Think about all the stuff that you could put right up in that bad boy. Not too shabby. You're still in an RV, and that's got really good space. I also love the fact that the door looks good. They got kind of like the notch out decor. The other thing about the cabinets in Puma, they actually do use a real wood too, which is nice. So it's not going to be like a press board, so it'll be a little bit sturdier for you. So like I was saying before, at least I think I said it, you have 4 slides. This is going to be the one in the kitchen. Really opens you up to quite a bit of floor space for you. The floor color is also pretty neutral. But this is going to be your dinette. So you have 2 chairs over here, a little ottoman or armoire or bench seat, whatever you want to call it, with some storage, right there. And then you're also going to notice you have nothing to be knocking the old knees on. And then you have this flip-up counter to give you just a little bit more space, but also not crunch into the wall once you bring that slide in. The window here on this side is going to open up. They're all going to be tinted so you can catch a nice breeze. You're also going to get a little bit of a textured glass finish right there with some extra storage here up above. And I even like the little lighting structure right there. Just looks good, Flip it around. You are here in the kitchen. The only downside that I see to this is like someone like my wife, which by the way, if you're watching, babe, I love you, but this is going to be a little bit tall for someone that's vertically challenged. I am 6 feet tall with big, beautiful arms, and I can reach the top, but to get into that easy, would be a lie for me. But I'll tell you what, it's extra storage. All right, but it's like I was saying here, I got a phone call from the wife, and you know what? We're doubling up on the love today. Solid surface countertops. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. But it is extra storage space in a place where I'd rather have it be a little bit too tall than none at all. And then back to the to the cabinetry again. Real wood. So again, when you're screwing this in, it's just going to stay a little bit longer. So not saying that you can like beat it up by any means. It's just a little bit of a nicer finish to you. I also like the fact that you're going to get these front windows here up front. Obviously, hopefully you have a better view than down here at a warehouse. But if you do have a bad view or nosy neighbors, you got the old Dracula shade. Stop the old skin from sizzling. Keep those nosy eyes out. but a really nice functional feature to get a little bit of extra sunshine, a little bit of extra happiness here into the unit. I also like the fact that they work in the LED lights right there. So I know the lights are on, but when you turn it off, it's going to shine like justice. You come in here, do a couple, you know, maybe do some dishes while creeping in the night, I guess. This just cracked me up. I just imagine some guy in the darkness just out here just like, dishes, you know. But this video tour is getting weirder and weirder. You have the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. But this is going to be that fancy TikTok sink that everyone loves. You got yourself a cup cleaner, soap dispenser, waterfall. I like how that is over into the corner. Here underneath, you're also going to get the plumbing. And it was recommended that I go up close to the plumbing and show it. So I'm not sure what that's about, but there you go. That way you can kind of see it. Four pull-out drawers. The bottom three don't have this little partition in there, but, you know, the top one does for your dishes. Sorry about that. Okay, flip it around here. Countertop space kind of continues on, so I think that'd be a great place, you know, for like a Keurig. You got all your like spatulas and whatnots over here. I'd maybe even do like a DIY, like little spice rack. I think that would be pretty darn nice. But the oven in this is going to be, you know, residential, maybe a little bit under residential. But I mean, well, that's pretty freaking good. You could definitely cook a turkey in that bad boy, no problemo. And then you got the 4-top burner to whip up all the fixings. You know, you got your green beans, you got your gravies, because you're cooking up, you know, Thanksgiving dinner every time you cook in an RV, obviously. So you got green beans, you got gravy, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. I think that's the route to go. You got your fan, you got your light, you have more storage, up, down, and around. That's funny. And then right here, you're going to have your microwave, which it's got really everything that you need. It's got our favorite potato mode and beverage mode. It's even got a frozen dinner mode. It's kind of a sad state in the world when it's got frozen dinner as like a declared mode. That should be frozen dinner mode. Whatever. All right. So right here, you have your AC. This is going to be a 15K AC. It runs down on the track system, so it evenly distributes through. You can also see, if you can reach up there, one of these has the dump valve open, the other one's closed. Basically, that'll push cool air just straight kind of down into that area disproportionately, so it's taking it out of the track system a little bit. But I mean, look at the decor on this. I like that wood block. I actually like the kind of metal that it's sitting on. I just think that looks pretty darn cool. It's one of those kind of a dorky thing for me. But you're going to have your 2 stools, kind of like a little perch. I imagine this being a great like little coffee place if you got the grandkids laying out, you know, in the pullouts, because both of these pull out to make a bed. But just imagine sitting up here, maybe popping out a laptop, getting a little bit of work done, editing some RV videos, all while you are watching one of the craziest channels that I have ever seen. Let's give that a moment. Okay. Good chance for the old bowling gun, baby. But that is one of the look at that thing. You got dominoes, you got eggs being painted, horses being painted. Just a crazy channel in general. But we're moving on. We're a professional. We're going to continue. We're going to plow through. So right here, you got your 12-volt refrigerator. It looks like it's probably a 16 to 18 foot footer. But either way, it's going to be nice and large. Those specs will be down in the description. Freezer on your left, refrigerator on your right. The downside is you can't fit a full DiGiorno unless you are going, you know, like sideways on that. But one of those little Tony guys, you're good to go. I know every time I post one of these, you know, somebody isn't happy and then somebody defends it. So again, both of these sofas do pull out. You're also going to see that you have cup holders. So you got one right there, one right there, one right there, one right there, and 2 right there. The nice thing about these is they are removable. The other ones are all fixed. But this is going to be your recliner, so you can sit down, kick your feet up, and relax. And the slide out over here is going to have really good head height as well. For instance, I'm 6 feet tall, so you are looking at about 6'2" or so, I would say. Again, tinted windows, does open up for a breeze, a little bit more storage here up above. And then once more, this does make a bed. So if you have the grandkids or that funkle down at the campground that just needs to, you know, come in here and snooze, you can do that. Same thing with this as well. Now, directly across from your recliner, you're going to have that TV with that crazy channel. And then you also have the RV technology. So this is going to be zone 1 and 2. So that's going to be inside and outside, so you can rock on both sides. And then you have your Greystone 40-inch burner, 40-inch electric space heater, basically. So it's going to be a fireplace. It's going to come with 4 different coloring modes. So you have like a white, an orange, a blue, white, orange, blue, and a red. But it pretty darn cool. White, orange, blue, red. I think that's it. But pretty darn cool. I mean, especially with the fact that it can heat up 500 square feet of RV. So it should cover this entire area, and then probably head up into the loft too, which I'll show you here in just a moment. We're heading down the hallway. Sliding door on the left has a curtain. Again, you do have some metal steps that you can set up. Control panel right here. But before you get to that, this is going to be your bathroom. Nothing crazy about the bathroom here, but you do have the Tri-Glide glass series. And then you got enough room. I am 6 feet tall for reference. So really tall people, you might want something a little bit larger than this. But you are looking at about 6'3", and I weigh, 300 pounds. So you can see that there is, plenty of room to be showering. You also got the old Steam Sucker 3000 right here, which runs off of the 12 volt as well. 125 volt, okay. And then you also have a little shower connection. Flip this into here. You got plenty of storage there. And then you have a little hook. And then obviously you have your toilet. The only thing that I would change about this for sure, instead of having the plastic toilet, I would go with the old porcelain one. And then to give you reference as far as like how I'm fitting into it, I'm pretty broad shouldered, and my shoulders are going, almost touching here on both sides. But again, you're definitely, getting by with that. You got a little bit more storage. You got a place for your toothbrushes. The plumbing, give a little zoom in there for you. And then over here on the right, you got some pretty good depth going on. But all right. So now as we head up, right here is going to be your tankless on-demand hot water heater control. So what's nice about that is it's basically going to be quicker heat, runs off the propane, won't run out on you. It's got 42,000 BTUs of heat and 12 volt power that operates at less than 3 amps. So that's pretty cool too. I never knew that. All your slide out controls will be located right here with an additional one right up there. So all in one central area. All your different lighting controls, water heater, water pump, and then all of your tank fills will be there as well, along with your shades up and down. So all these like tall shades, for instance, you see right up there, it's all going to be on a control, so that way you don't have to worry about reaching up for you. This is also going to be the control for your heat and AC right there too. So now as we are heading up, so now what's nice about the Puma is they're going to use what is called a drop frame, which is going to give you extra space here. So I'll show you that when we do the exterior portion. Basically the frame just drops down. But you have an emergency exit to your left. Trust me, the kids will not be screaming. And some people say this is claustrophobic, that they would never sleep up here. Well, I mean, I hate to break it to you. Your kids' favorite food is probably hot dogs, and they are going to be stoked up here without a doubt. I know my kids are. I mean, they think Hot Pockets are a freaking delicacy. And then, if they want to be pinkies up, kind of king tut of the area, right here you have one that an adult can actually sit up on with two twin beds. You also have outlets and USBs, outlets, USBs, and then you have closet storage over here. And then you also have a little mesh netting where you can put, all the kind of the knickknacks and whatnot for you. Every Puma, too, from travel trailer to destination, always has this sign, which I think is kind of cool. Life's an adventure. Enjoy the ride. Yes, it is. All right, so now here we are into the bedroom, and this is what I was talking about with that drop frame. So you'll notice how it goes down a full step. So that's going to allow you to keep some head height here in the bedroom while also maintaining that head height there in the loft for that left side. You're going to have a bed here. It looks like a queen, could be a king. I need to check the measurements, but that'll be on that floor plan that hopefully pops up on the screen at the beginning and in the middle of the video. But you have USB universal C, emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. Case, storage. And then here up underneath, those are going to be those steps and room for all your stuff. You notice how it's hands-free on a strut system. You got your own separate entrance, and then right here could be, maybe like a little bit of a desk area, or you could set up, like a little kind of vanity setup right there too as well. But you also have a good window for another good breeze. And again, they all do come with that nightshade, which is always a plus side. Open this up, you're going to have your washer and dryer. which looks like this one needs to be strapped in just a hair. Bada bing, bada boom, you are good to go. You also have your fuse boxes right down here. And then you're also going to get, you know, some hanging storage. But all right, guys, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Now let's head around onto the outside. Again, it's the 2025 Puma 403LFT, their loft unit. And again, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description of this video. But it is sitting at 42 feet 10 inches, 2,670 dry or so, a little bit less than that. So again, it's a fairly large camper, but can you get it, can you get away with pulling this on the regular is what a lot of people say. My answer to that is this thing tows like a brick, but it is meant to be towed, so you can pull it around however you want. I would just make sure you protect those front windows, you know, things like that, kind of the common sense stuff. So you're going to have the aluminum siding on this unit, which is going to be the corrugated. But what's nice about it is they did switch over to at least to where it's slatted. So what's nice about that is if you were to dent and ruin this piece, you can actually just replace this one section. Back in the day, not even back in the day, probably like 4 years ago, if you were to dent the side, you're replacing like a whole 6-foot panel. It was a pain in the butt, and it cost you a bunch of money. You have an awning that's right over here with the LED strips running up underneath it that gives you really good shade over on this side up until to the point of the slide out. This is what I was referencing for that drop frame. So you'll notice how right here the frame is a little bit lower than if we were, you know, to head over here past these axles. Also underneath, you're going to have heated and enclosed underbelly too, which is nice. It'll make this kind of like a more, I would call it like an extended 3 seasons unit. Definitely not a 4 seasons one. You could make it that way maybe if you know, did a little bit of extra work there for yourself. LP Quick Connect, if you're someone like myself who likes to cook, you know, on like their Blackstone grill or something of that nature. The stab jacks, I'm not sure if those are optional or standard, so make sure to check down in the description where I'll put everything that's optional. But, you know, some people put them up, some people don't, because a lot of people will block these up. On the back side, you're going to have your power outlet right here, ladder to get on top of your roof. You do have a backup camera prep, because again, you are able to pull this around if you would like. So that would be a Furrion S Vision, would be what I would recommend. So that will allow you to see what's going on behind you with some distance markers as you are traveling down the road. Exterior shower, fresh water connection, and your city water connection right here. And then you're also going to see, there's the back end of your tankless on-demand water heater. There's going to be your low point drain and then your washer vent. And then you got your other dump, you know, right there. Pretty darn easy. Makes life nice and easy. Kind of have it in 2 different spots there for you. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Hope to catch you next time. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2025 Puma 403 Loft. Have a great day. See you. Meow, 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 meow.